Hey there, my friend. This is Paul Hutchings with paulhutchings.net. I hope you are having an awesome day. Thank you so much for tuning into this video where I'm going to be sharing with you my top 4 takeaways from the amazing book, The Compound Effect. And woohoo! I just finished chapter 4. I've only got one more chapter to go. I'm doing a great job. I'm celebrating success, as Darren Hardy recommends in here, as you know, we continue to cultivate great daily discipline. So today, chapter 4, top 4 takeaways. The first one he calls the Big Mo. And the Big Mo basically stands for momentum, right? And he gives this great analogy where, like, you're pumping water from the ground with this hand pump, and in the beginning you're pumping, and there's no water coming out, and you're like, man, this is taking forever, where's the water? And you do it, you keep doing it, and then finally a little trickle comes out of the faucet, and you're like, is that all? Right? I've been working so hard, being so consistent, being so disciplined, and all I get is a little trickle. But then he says the person keeps on pumping, and then the next thing you know, this gushing flood of crystal clear, life-giving drinking water comes pouring out of the faucet, and now you've got momentum, right? Now you've got momentum, and he says success is like that. So the Big Mo, momentum, it's the compound effect, engaging in these little disciplines over time that are going to produce a big flood of results down the road. So that's the first one. The second one that I picked up from this chapter actually was not stated specifically in the chapter, but it was a flash of aha, of insight, of inspiration that came as I was reading this chapter. And basically, I'm calling this the secret to consistent production. And I want to ask you a question. Have you ever found that motivation is fickle or fleeting? Like sometimes you're so motivated, you're so excited, but then other times you're not excited at all, not motivated at all, right? Well, here's the problem. If we only take action on the day, if that's true, if motivation is fickle and we only take action on the days that we feel motivated, we're probably going to be in big trouble because likely there will be many days that we don't feel motivated. So the secret to consistent production is to develop your disciplines so consistently that they become habitual and you do them every day, whether you feel like them or not. One example is my daily blogging. I've been doing it every day, following Seth Godin's example. You know, I started in November of last year. We're in June, so every single day. And here's the cool thing is, like, you know, days that I'm sick, there have been days that I've actually been physically ill, but because that activity was so ingrained in me, it was so habitual, I even blogged on those days, right? So the secret to consistent production is to make the things that you know you need to do habitual. Great tip. The third tip is bookend your days, and he talks about how a lot of times the day can get away from us, right? With demands from people we're serving, employees, team members, what have you. But he says the 2 things that you can control with 100% certainty are the beginning of your day and the end of your day. And so, you know, bookends, right? What do you do in the beginning? And so what he does in the beginning of his day, a couple of tips, you know, he wakes up about 5:30. He starts with expressing gratitude. Then he sends love to someone. He says, the one thing that I want more of in my life is love. So he'll just imagine a person and send love to them. I thought that was a cool tip, right? So gratitude, love. He'll do some stretching. He reads for 30 minutes from a book. And then the next thing that he does is what he calls calibration. And that's where he looks at his top goal or goals and he asks himself this question: what are the 3 things I can do today that will be the most productive and most effective in moving me closer to this goal or goals? And then he plans those in his day. And then the last thing that he does in the morning was some delegation. So if you have team members or employees, obviously delegation can help you get more things done. So he includes that in the beginning of his day. Then at the end of the day, before he goes to sleep, and of course, he mentions a truth that we read in a lot of books, and that is that our unconscious mind never sleeps. And so the mind works in the evening time. And so he says it's important to feed your mind something good before you go to bed. And what he does is he'll read 10 minutes from an inspirational book. So that's bookending the days. And then the last big nugget from chapter 4 of The Compound Effect is winning the race is all about the pace. Be the tortoise. And he says the tortoise is the person who, given enough time, will beat virtually anybody in any competition as a result of the positive habits and behaviors that they apply consistently. And I love that. It's so inspiring. Learn to play the long game, not the short game. Such a great insight. So those are the 4 tips, right? The big mo, find it and get it in your life. Have it working for you. Number 2, the secret to consistent production is daily disciplines. Number 3, bookending your days. And number 4, slow and steady wins the race. So those are my top 4 tips from chapter 4 of the Compound Effect. Hope you've enjoyed them. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear your insights and ideas from this book, from this post, and anything else you're doing in your life that's helping you be disciplined and stay disciplined over time. And then the last thing is, if you are not yet subscribed to my blog, I would encourage you to go to paulhutchings.net and subscribe. I got a whole bunch of free gifts on the right-hand side on the sidebar of my blog. Feel free to grab one of those, or you can just subscribe, somewhere on my blog at paulhutchings.net. And I send out content every day, audio content. Every day I send out an audio that's all about the laws of success and learning them and repeating them and doing the best that we can to understand them so we can apply them in our lives. Daily audio Monday through Friday. And then I also do a daily blog post and video now lately is my new discipline, all designed to help you and me craft lives of success and financial freedom. That's the goal. So with that, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day. Take care and bye for now.